So what do you do, Brian?
He paints.
Set these on fire. That's when it's fun.
What's that?
Snacks.
It's a bit dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start work on here is if you've seen, there's 1,000 videos online about spray booths, and I don't have a really good area to be spraying. I got a good painting area with all my lamps and stuff I can swing over, but I don't really have really good ventilation for spraying, much less airbrushing. So I've done a lot of watching just like you guys do, and I've come to a conclusion that probably the best thing for me, and it might not be for everybody, is to take one of these bins, these totes. I like the idea of the one that has the flaps like that, and one of these ventilation fans and its tube, and basically turn this into a portable spray booth, because obviously I don't want this in place all the time over there, because then I want to use my desk. So I'm going to put this like this, and it's going to be a little spray booth that I can fold up, put all the parts inside, and put it away when I don't need it. So I'm going to mount this sucker either probably on the top here, or on the side really, but that's the bottom and I don't want it in the way. And it'll spray, and then it'll go up, hopefully. With any luck, based on all the videos I've seen, that's how it's supposed to work. So, and I've got a, I don't know where I put that. I've got like a filter that I'll show you when we get there, how I block the paint from going into the fan. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So there's the core components, and we will start work. Alright, well, so there's the box. And so my plan is to mount this. That's where the air comes out. And it's one of those Braun bathroom fans. It's actually pretty powerful. I was surprised when I just plugged it in. I'll plug it in here in a minute. But it sits down, and I cut a hole in it so these braces kind of hang through so it can't fall too far. Right here, right? So it'll sit down about that deep. Probably a little bit deeper than I want, but it won't go down that deep because this is only so high. So anyway, and then I'll kind of seal it up with some duct tape. And then, right now, there's a cord inside, as you can see here, this little guy. And then you can plug it in directly, or you can plug it into that slot right there. It's got, of course, instructions on how to rewire this so it goes to a switch. So I haven't figured out if I'm going to do that, or I'm going to have the cord hang out. I probably might have I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Really, what I should do is pull this. It's got a way to take this casing off down here. So you plug this in here, and then there's wiring through this hole that you can kind of put a switch right here. I don't know. I might do that. I might not. I haven't decided. We'll see in a sec. Well, you'll see in a second. I'll probably see in about an hour. But so yeah, that's the plan. Let's try to. I'll let you guys hear the power. Well, it's not really that powerful. Alright, I'm going to plug this thing in there. Hopefully I don't die. So, this is my last video. That'll be sad. He died putting a fan together because he's a retard. Anyway. Here we go. Whoa! Okay. Not bad. I don't know. I'm sure you can hear me. But, here's how. Look. There's how fast. So, this is a normal piece of paper. It came with the instructions, right? That's the vent out, so you can kind of see how the air. Yeah, it's pretty. It's not bad. I mean, it's got a lot of pressure. A lot more than I expected. How about that? Whoa, still flying away. All right, so I got my orc on. Yeah, I wear this a lot when I'm working on painting and stuff like this. Anyway, it's got flames and it's red, so it makes me go faster. Anyway, so I drew a square. traced the box on the box. And then I got my Sharpie, or my handy dandy Dremel, with the attachment there so I don't punch through and I can guide it around. So we're going to cut the big hole and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I cut the box. I'll tell you, the Dremel is awesome with the attachment, because I tried doing it with it not on the thing, not on the plastic, and it was very hard to control. I recommend if you have one, use one with a guide like that, because it was really tough on these ridges. It just kind of pushes off and I kept getting stuck. But anyway, this is the hole. Yes, it's a little jagged in spots, but I think that I can fix that, sand it up a little bit, so on. Lots of little dust particles. Good for the bloodstream, I'm sure, when you inhale it. Anyway, it wasn't too fine. It's kind of big pieces. Anyway, hole cut. Ta-da! Alright guys, so it's been a little bit. So I got it in. Got the hole cut. See, it fits nicely snug in there. Right, pretty good. Make sure I get enough room there to put my vent on. That'll be fine. And I cut another hole for my switch box. Did some wiring. So what I did was I took a standard electrical cord, extension cord, 3-wire. 3 wire is very important. And if you don't know what that means, it'll say it on the package, because it matches the 3 wires that come out of there. I'm not going to go into electrical work, but basically look for 3-wire on the package, round 16 gauge. Basically cut the end off. See, there's the end. Cut the end off, wired them together there. Then I cut the cord again, put one end through the box, the other end I'm hooking up to the cord, the flip switch. So basically what I'll have is I'll plug it into the wall, and then I can turn that switch on and off, and it'll work just like it was designed that way. Well, it was designed that way. Just like it was manufactured that way, hopefully. And I know this is really messy, but those are all the shavings from the box, right? So, just getting these things wired on there, and then I'm going to finish up with the green and the white, and then tuck it up in the box. And I got a cover so it'll look nice and shiny, but it's actually, I'm pretty keen on how it's looking. I got to duct tape everything down. I'm going to duct tape that down so it doesn't look so crappy. And I'm going to duct tape all around this so it doesn't look so crappy. But, I mean, it's just for me. It's not like I'm selling this thing. So, anyway, but yeah. I mean, probably wish I had some conduit for this. But I think I'll just, I don't know. We'll figure that out. It's not that big a deal. We've got this hooked up. It's nicely wired. It's very nice. I got a cover. I'll have to pick one up. Thought I had one, but I don't. Yes, there's a little gap here and a little gap here that'll be taken care of. I have a plan. But then this is the inside of the box. Obviously this is the top. That's the side I would paint on, so it's upside down. But I wanted to show it to you all wired up, right? So let me lift this like so. Up. So this is the wiring job. I'm going to try to tuck some of this in there, and I'm going to try to tuck, then I'm going to probably tape it down, and then this goes out as an extension cord. This is the cover that typically goes over it, and what I'm going to do is clip out the whole vent part. So from here all the way, I might take all that out in one big chunk, and then my vent cover, the filter will go in here, and then I have a cover for it. So I think it'll look pretty cool, and it'll just latch in. So that works. So I'm going to clip this out and get it back in there, and then I did test to see if it worked, and it does. I recommend, I tested it when I did it here, and I tested it when I did it to this cord, and I tested it when I did it to this cord. So every step I made sure that everything kept working, which I recommend just in case. I'm gonna get this cut up. So that actually went much better than expected. That was really easy. Clip. This is the inside of the vent. It used to sit like this. used to sit like this inside, and I just clipped the very outside square has the main junctions, and I just took a pair of needle nose and turned them and clipped them out. So now it's actually going to look pretty good, and the filter goes right in there. So I can still clip this on. The filter's going to sit in this little notch, and then I have a covering that goes over the top of this. Very cool. Yes, that fits nicely. That looks pretty good, huh? So, yeah, like the filter's going to go right in this slot. The little alcove is perfect size. So, and then I'm going to have a cover that goes over the top of this. Got to find that cover, and then I'll finish this all up and get it duct taped. So we've got the tubing that I went and got. I thought I'd had it, but I didn't. So it's the tubing. It's this little piece. Because I put that so flush next to the plastic there, so you kind of have to get one of these thinner metal things. Well, I do. You guys probably do better than me. But because the normal thing that goes here won't quite work because it's so flush to the plastic. But this will. And I'm not pushing all the way, but it goes all the way to here. So I'm going to duct tape this upsizer so it goes in my nice plastic vent. I think I got like a 20-foot long one. So I don't really have a good space to vent it. So when I use it, I'm just going to wheel it out the back door here. So, but yeah, I mean, there's my duct tape job. Alright, there's my expertage. Looks kind of, I don't know, doesn't look too bad. I'm actually quite happy with this, like I said. So, it's not bad. I don't think. And it works really nice. Anyway, we're going to get this hooked up. And then this is the piece I was looking for. This will go right up against that. See, because this is the square we cut out. So, on the outside, if you will, that's how much air is going to come through the vent material, which I have right here. I tried to get some stuff that they usually have a roll at our hardware store that you can just buy, like, 5 square feet or whatever. But they were out, so I got one of these things, and so I'm just going to cut my squares out accordingly and squish it down a little bit because they're all 1 inch thick. I'm going to squish it down a little bit, and then that will sit on top of the plate in there, and there we go. And then I can just pull this out. Holds because it comes apart. And yes, this is, for those at home, this is when you're doing theater lighting, your colored gel goes in here. You slide this in the light. There's a little gauge in the light. And then your light shoots your instrument, they're called instruments, shoots through the circle, shooting the colored light. So I used to have stacks and stacks of these because I used to do theater lighting. And I got rid of them a long time ago, so I had to actually buy this one off eBay. I think it was like $1. So, but it came to mind right away because it's a perfect size. So, anyway, so I'm going to get this duct taped, then we're going to hook it, and then we're going to hook that, and then I'm going to cut the vent material, and we'll check it out. Alright, so we got that all ducted together, tube on tube. Lots of tape there because I don't know how much pressure over time is going to cause this, but it's a bendable tube, one of those ones that you can turn. It's like already self-oiled. See how it can turn around. Anyway, so I can attach that, and then I got the light switch cover on. It's so one day I don't stick my fingers in there and die. So now we're going to cut this piece of filter to fit this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out of that box and then put it in here and then cut around the edges a little bit so I have marks, and then cut inside those. So we're going to do that. So cut one of my squares here, and I'm going to put it in that filter. I think it may be a little bit big, but that's alright, you can always trim. And then I left the filter there, so I'm going to just cut squares out until I get a hold of some of the rolled up stuff. But it's kind of thick. I mean, it's 1 inch thick, but I'm going to push it down. You can still see it through it pretty well, so I think the arrow passes through just fine. So let's stick it in here. Hold on. So there you go. It's in there. It's just a little fringes. I'm not going to worry about too much. It's really poofy. So if you do happen to go the route that I'm going, when you get these, you can bend them. They're just kind of a really heavy gauge tin. So you can bend them open, and then you just take a pair of pliers and squish them back down. You can see my pliers back there. Squish the metal back down, and there you go. So, like I said, the filter's pretty squishy. I mean, that's just me not holding it right. Squish, 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 squish. So, I definitely will duct tape the edges of this. And this stuff's really resilient. I mean, I used to do all sorts of crazy things with these. I used to drop them from catwalks. And they just bounce. I mean, it's metal, so it's not going to break. I mean, we had ones of these in the theater that were years old, like 50 years old. So don't worry about these too much. Alright, well, I think there it is. I just vacuumed all the little bits out. But there she is. There's an up inside view filter. Yes, I'm holding it on by duct tape. I will have clips that I have. I'm going to get some clips to hold that in place. But that's pretty much what it'll be for the little moment. And then this is your painting area. And I have a little, this is your painting area. And then I have a little stand that can go in here so you can paint. You know, people use wood blocks, etc. I use wood blocks sometimes too. And there's the switch, and here's the vent. Let's see, there's how the vent works, right? Goes off the back side. This turns, so you can turn it and redirect it. But pretty much goes right there. And then there's the long vent, and we'll just go out the back door. So I'm gonna flip that up. That's just enough room so it doesn't fall back on me. I turn the switch. There we go. And there's the tube. You feel that? It's air down there. Here. See, this is the air punch. Whoa! Whoa! That's a long run for that tube. I think that's a 30-foot tube, so it's a pretty good push, really. If anything, it'll get stuck in the tube, but it won't be stuck here. It's here. Got our filter. Our filter's in there. Whoa! So, it doesn't hold it up, but it will pull. There we go. Whoa. Kind of iffy. I can feel it pulling it. It holds it for a little bit, but I don't think you want it to just keep suctioning up. But it will definitely pull the fumes away. It'll definitely pull some of the paint away. But I don't mind if the bottom gets painty, because that's what it's for. So, anyway, there's my paint box. A la extension cord up into the back. A little switch into the back of this. And all easily portable. Portable. There it is. You just throw all the extension cord in and the tube in and you're done. And you're ready to go. So there you go, guys.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Amazing. Can you dig it? Hey there, Klingon guy. I will kill him! The Force will be with you, always. Lives on a hello tree.
Look, everybody! It's TV's mama!